Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609 at my favorite grocery store in Texas, H-E-B in Marble Falls. Why? Because they got the good stuff, good prices, and I like it. Anyway, we are leaving Marble Falls now. It's about 40 degrees here in Marble Falls right now. Nice day, beautiful sky. It's going to be about 60 plus or minus today. Little wind out of the north. I know you care about that, but anyway. Yeah, whenever you're an RVer like I am and travel around a little bit, I don't just travel on the road all the time, but a few months a year I'm active. Active enough to know that having a home base is a godsend. And the sun is right in my eyes looking left here, but we're going to go anyway. That guy went, let him block for me. So anyway, I'm going to get over in this other lane, the other lane over here, because the speed limit's about 35, and I think I can handle that. Just filled up with gas, $2.05 a gallon. How about that? It's $2.17 there. $2.05 at the grocery store gas pumps. So guys, all I can tell you is life is good if you make it that way. Sometimes life can be very frustrating, as you know. And you just got to deal with life's frustrations. And when you're RVing, believe me guys, the frustrations don't go away. They don't get any worse, but they don't get any better. Always something to do, something to check on. And as RV spots get busier and busier because of the number of people that are able to do it, because now they can do they can work on the road now. You know, as long as they got an internet connection, they're still gainfully employed. A lot of people doing that, lots, more and more every day. And is this Starlink thing that Elon Musk is putting up that will allow you to be connected anywhere you are in the whole world, because the internet signal will be coming from satellites, and it'll be supposedly super fast. I'm hoping. Some of it's going to be available in the northern U.S. this year, and then later next year they're supposed to roll it out to the whole U.S. And that amazes me. That's going to be the coup de grace. That will eliminate WeBoost and a lot of other things. I don't know. Well, they won't actually put landlines. If you have a fiber optic cable and all that stuff, it's not going to be that fast, but it'll be faster than anything available in rural areas right now, and particularly for guys that are boondocking out in the middle of nowhere and are having to use the WeBoost signal booster to get a decent signal. Notice I am stopping at this light, not cruising on through like I usually do. Anyway, so guys, the good times are coming. They're always coming. They're just around the bend. I used to sing that song when I was totally busted one time. I think I told you that. I mean, I pulled into a gas station driving an old Datsun pickup. Datsun, you hear me? And it was an old junker that I bought for $800. And I was older than I was like 46 years old. I was on my butt. I'd gambled and lost, so to speak. And I pulled into a gas station. I raked around in the ashtray and everywhere else, and I got 12 cents worth of gas. You hear me? Yo. And I used to go walking in the mornings. And I'd say to myself, the good times are coming. They're coming real soon. Because I was applying for work everywhere, man. But everywhere I went, they said, you're overqualified, you won't stay because you've made a lot more money than we're able to pay you, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you know, I said, look, I'm starving to death, but it didn't matter. What's that got to do with RVing? Well, that's what led to it. Poverty. I started living in a little travel trailer off 620 in Austin, Texas, near Mansfield Dam. Yeah, a guy had one for rent on his property by his house, $75 a month. That's correct. $75. You know, it was a beauty. It was a beauty. Yep, it was really a nice one. It was crap. It was crap, I'm telling you. It was cold in the winter and hot in the summer. I only lived there, I don't know, maybe a year, and then things started getting better. My first step out of the poverty trap was when I got a job, part-time job, at Selber, S-E-L-B-E-R. That's rebels spelled backwards. I don't know why they did that, but they made a sealant for fiber optic underground cables and stuff, a wrap, and we prepared the mix there and did the molds and stuff, and I worked there part-time. That was the first job I got on my way out of the ditch. And then I went to work, I went to Manpower. I had an application in at Manpower and got a job as an accountant part-time at I can't remember what type of business it was though. It was a large corporation. I can't remember. I want to say Motorola, might have been. But yeah, I was in the accounting department, and I was making pretty good money there. Not great, but pretty good. And then subsequent to that, I ended up going in the U.S. Peace Corps. Well, I thought, well, hell, while I'm down here learning and have learned to live on nothing, I can live on nothing in the U.S. Peace Corps and see the world. And I did. And then I came back from there and got me an RV, and that's how this has been for me. So what has that got to do with the rest of the world? Not much. Life is what it is, man. And RVing for me just was evolution. It was like Darwin's theory of evolution. I started pecking at it, and next thing you know, it was a way of life. It is for me now, for sure. Would I want a sticks and bricks home? No way. Be like a BB in a rain barrel. In fact, it kind of for me to have a house is kind of like me having a Pixel phone. You know what I mean? It's like a dump truck hauling a spoonful of dirt. I got a lot of stuff there I'm not using on the Pixel, and I'd have a lot of space in a home that I wouldn't be using. It would just be there. It's an adjustment, but we do adapt. We are very adaptable. I like that. I mean, we do adapt. We're flexible. I've been looking at my schedule of things I'd like to do or do here in this year, this spring and so forth, when I might go out toward my home base in Capitan. I got to get the electric hooked up. I'll probably call them 1st of February and get that started, because they say it takes worst case is 3 months, best case is 30 days. So it doesn't matter. When they get it hooked up, the only downside, if there is one, it's minimal, is when they hook the electric up, it's ready to go. You got to pay $28 a month availability fee, whether you're there or not. And if you disconnect and reconnect, there's a pretty substantial fee. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll just leave it on year round, and I'll go out there whenever I want to, as long as I can. The gas prices are good, guys, for RVing. All you guys that are out there on the road, the gas prices in Texas anyway are pretty good. I know they're always higher. You get around Capitan, they're about 20 cents a gallon more, but I'm usually parked there more than I'm towing in New Mexico. I usually stay for a few days everywhere I go, a few days at a time. But it is a nice day, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing this on my LG phone, my LG G4. Why don't you do it on your Pixel phone, Rusty? It's got higher resolution. Yep, it does. It really does. The only downside is to upload a 3 gigabyte video, 15 minutes, in 1080p takes about 7 hours. Jesus Christ, man. Took forever. So we're going to go with the LG, and when we have really good internet, or if I'm going to be in an area where there's good internet, yeah, I'll use the Pixel, sure, because it's got much sharper resolution, if that's a good way to say it. I bought a large avocado today. I know that now this really blends right in with what I'm talking about, but HEB has the best produce of any store I've ever been in, and or I've ever been. You don't have to say in, but anyway, a large avocado, which is about the size of a softball, $1.50. Yeah, no kidding, man. I can get at least 4 deals out of one avocado because I cut them into fourths. And but you know, I peel them. If you peel an avocado, you know, you cut the avocado in half, and then get the seed out, and then cut the halves into fourths or quarters, and then when you get ready to eat it, well, peel it like a banana. Don't scoop it out with a spoon. To get it started and just peel the avocado. Why do that? Because the iron from the outside against the outside layer of the avocado will be left, and that's really a good benefit. A lot of vitamins there, so peel it like a banana. And that goes right in with RVing. All that fits right in. All you RVers that are watching this, hoping that I say something that might help you, I doubt it's going to happen. I think so. You know, I remember a guy in Victoria, Texas. He was a writer. We called him a stringer. That's a guy that goes around and just gets stories at random, and we pay him by the story. And he made good money because he was pretty busy. He would go to all these little towns, and it was all local event stuff, and he was good at it. He was a likable guy. He had a little stubby cigar stuck in his mouth. His hair was long and looked like shit. He looked like a hobo, but everybody liked him. Henry Wolf. In fact, he wrote a book. I don't know what the name of it is, but you can check it out. Maybe you can find it. It's Henry Wolf. I think his last name is W-O-L-F-E. But he was a good writer. As far as local interest stuff, he was great. But my point is, and I'll finally get to it now, he talked about, I talked to him one day. I said, Henry, do you ever suffer from writer's block? In other words, you get to a point where you just can't, the words just don't flow. You know, you just can't get started. You know, it's like writers get it all the time, or not all the time, but some of them do. And he said, what I do then is just do a story about writer's block. He just writes a story about it. And he did. He wrote several about writer's block and how to get started and so forth. And that was his deal. And so, you know, like right now, you know, I've kind of got video block. Not really, but see, I've done so many videos that whenever I come up with an idea, I'll say, well, hell, I did that 2 years ago. I mean, I could redo it, and most people wouldn't even know it. But for me, since I know that I have done it, I'm kind of not paranoid, but I don't want to, you know, duplicate videos. You see what I mean? You know, like, you know, I could do a video about, you know, hooking up, unhooking, you know, the casita inside and out, you know, small RVs versus large RVs and all kinds of stuff. But I've done those, and so you kind of reach a point where you start to come up with an idea, and you think, well, hell, I've done that. So that's kind of where I am now. I think about these, I come up with an idea, or if somebody suggests something, like, you know, why don't you do a video of, you know, like hooking up an RV or the dump station and all that stuff. And, you know I've done those a few times. But these people are new subscribers, haven't watched the older videos, and probably never will. I mean, it's kind of like a newspaper story. You know, once that story has been read and that newspaper has been used to line a bird cage, or thrown in the trash, then, you know, a year later, could you redo that story? Sure. You know, half people won't remember it anyway. I reread books that when I start that I've read before, and I read them and I think, you know, I know I've read this before, but it seems like a completely new story. You know, I mean, I'm reading some Louis L'Amour stuff for the second time that I've read before, and you know, but I like Louis L'Amour stuff. The older stuff, his original stuff, not his last stuff I didn't like too much, but the old stuff was good. He's a good writer. and it's easy reading. It's not something that's hard. But what's that got to do with RVing? You can see how that all fits together, can't you? You see how that all goes together perfectly. RV. I mean, all I got to do is throw in RV every now and then, and that means it's an RV video, right? Sunday Morning Coming Down, Johnny Cash, written by Chris Christopherson, I think. Those old singers got I don't know. I think Chris Christopherson's still alive. Johnny Cash is dead. Waylon Jennings is gone. Willie Nelson's still around. And yeah, a lot of those old guys are still. Yeah, it's amazing to me that they were able to, and this could go in with RVing, I guess. I don't know how, but maybe. But what the point I'll be getting to here is the longevity of some singers as opposed to others. Some singers are like a flash in the pan. They'll have a great song and then they kind of fade away, But the old guys like Chris Christopherson, Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, all those old guys, it seems like they were able to just hang on forever, 40 years, a career of singing and writing basically country music. And the same way for YouTube stars, I think they come and go. I haven't, there's a few that seem to do quite well, and I think it's like perpetual motion, that they got a niche, and the fact that it's them, it just keeps going, And I haven't reached that perpetual motion yet, because if I stop motion, my channel stops. Oh, I got me something new to eat today. This will go right in with RVing. See, I'm throwing the word RVing in this so I can call it an RV video. Anyway, I got some expensive nuts, like cashews and almonds mixed, and some other nuts in there. I can't remember what other ones were in there, but they were expensive by the pound. And then I bought about a half a pound of dark chocolate covered pumpkin seeds, and I'm going to mix those together, and that'll be my snack. Instead of dark chocolate almonds, I'll get with some, because nuts actually, seeds and nuts have a lot of nutrition in them, and again, it's variety is the spice of life, and variety of foods is good for you. Now see, that blends right. See, variety starts with a V. See there, and then R is for Rumpelstiltskin. Boy, you talk about reaching for a video, huh? I mean, writer's block, video block. So on and on we go, guys. I'll get home and I'm going to post this video first, I think. Well, I'm going to start it up. We'll see which one gets there first. I'm going to start this video up, and then I'm going to do a mail call and start it up, and then whichever one gets there first is the way it is for today. We did get some mail, and I appreciate the mail, appreciate the cards and letters and all that. And I better end this video. Even though this one's in 720p, it still takes forever. RV, RV, RV. Anyway, guys, this has been a great RVing video that I just thought I'd do. RVing, what else could I throw in on RVing? It's a great way of life if you're into it, If you're not, if you're not happy with, if you don't enjoy your life now, you're not going to enjoy RV, okay? You're just going to be in a different place to be miserable, all right? So, first of all, get your act together, like yourself, and then you'll be able to do anything and enjoy it. That's a good point. Anyway, thumbs up, guys. Adios. Bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Well, you know why. Some of you are and some of you have. It doesn't cost you a penny. It's a little inconvenient. I know that. And, but for those of you that are, thank you for going to that extra effort. It does help, because right now the ad rates at YouTube are off 50%, which is normal for this time of the year. So for the next 3 months, I'll be scraping by, but it's okay. I'm fine. I'm not e-begging. I'm just pointing out a fact. But no, I'm good. I'm good. I can live on my Social Security almost now, since I've added a few expenses. But anyway, let me get around this corner here, and I'll do my thumb again, because I forgot where I was. thumbs up. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want. Use the Amazon link. Drink plenty of water. Stretch, walk. Keep your health. Take deep breaths. You know, do all those things at the end of in my video, at the end that I talk about that are free. You know what I mean? Take deep breaths. Lowers your blood pressure. Drink plenty of water. Help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it's damn good for you. Cleanses your body. Stretch, walk, exercise your body. Everybody knows that's good for you. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Don't let negative Nancy or negative Ned in. You know, don't let the media get in your head. That's what they do, man. And if your blood pressure's high, turn the TV off and watch it go down. Anyway, guys, enjoy your day. Adios. Bye-bye.